Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Miranda here and I am WGU Future RN, and today's video is going to be about the good, the bad, and the ugly of nursing school. So some of the good things about being in an online program, WGU is so flexible, and it has allowed me to be a mom, be a wife, still have a life outside of nursing school, but also be able to pursue my dream. And to be honest, if it wasn't for WGU, I don't think I would have been able to pursue nursing school. So a little bit of background behind that. I actually was a part of a program. So I had actually interviewed for another nursing program. It was an ADN program, and I had got accepted. And at the time, me and my husband had been in this town for a year. So I thought, great, like I can stay here and do this program. Well, my daughter was 3 at the time, and we had her in daycare, and a lot of things started happening with the daycare, and my husband ended up getting a job transfer. So we knew daycare wasn't in the plan anymore. And also my husband got a job transfer somewhere else. And I didn't have a whole lot of family at the time to come down there full time to watch my kid while I went to this nursing program. And in this program, at the orientation, they told us that we were going to have to go Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. They even wanted us to be available during the evenings and on the weekends. And so I was just thinking to myself, wait, not only do I have to go to school Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, but I also had to be available some weekends and some evenings for clinicals. And then they started getting to where, oh, and also, by the way, if you miss 2 class periods, if you miss 2 days of nursing school, you're kicked out. And at the time, my daughter was getting sick a lot. She was in daycare, coming home with stomach bugs all the time, doing things like that. And this was probably one of the hardest days of my life to have to tell a nursing program, because, right, we all know that it's very hard to get accepted into nursing programs. I had to give up my spot. And that was really hard for me. And I thought, wow, I'm letting go of my... I had to pretty much come to the realization, wow, I'm letting go of my dream, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get accepted into another program. I don't know if this is going to happen again. And then one day I was passing through Houston and I saw the WGU billboard, and I was like, you know what do I have to lose, right? And I realized that this school was all online. And a lot of you know, I researched this school for about 6 to 9 months before I just said, yes, this is for me, this is what I want to do. And I realized there was nothing about this school. No platforms, hardly any Instagrams, no videos. Nobody who had finished this program wanted to explain to me how it was, what it went through. Did they get accepted? Do they get jobs afterwards? Nobody was willing to give me that information. And that's why I made this channel. So if you want to know more about this program, then continue to watch this video. Because I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, okay? So I got into this program, and there are a lot of things I wish I knew. And as I've gotten further and further and further into the program, there are things I know now that would have made it easier for somebody who was new and researching this school going into this decision. So first and foremost, it's all online. Now we know that, right? And I know I'm... A big thing on my Instagram is called Breaking the Stigma, and I do this on purpose. I want to break the stigma of online nursing school. We are hard workers. We teach ourselves. We don't have teachers teaching us. We don't go to classes. We do this all on our own. It's up to us to learn, and it's up to us to motivate ourselves and each other and have that determination to get to the finish line, right? So the good thing, let's talk about the good first. I always like to start with the good. WGU is all online. This program was strictly morphed around the working adult and those who have children and families. And like I mentioned in the story before, I wouldn't have been able to pursue nursing without WGU. You're able to dress up in your pajamas, go to class how you want to go to class, and that's the good thing. There are no classes, right? And so you get to be online, be on a computer, do all your learning and your studies from the comfort of your home. You don't have to attend a Monday through Friday, all day, every day thing. You don't have to sit in front of an instructor for 2 hours and just listen to a lecture, right? You don't have to take an attendance. You don't have to worry about, oh, my kids got sick or this happened, I'm going to have to miss today and I'm going to be penalized or I could possibly get kicked out. It's all from the comfort of your home. It's all around your schedule. You work night shift, guess what? You can do your classes in the mornings. You work in the day, guess what? You can do your studies in the evenings. It's solely just wrapped around the working adult. Some other good things. You do get that hands-on experience. Don't let people say, oh, there's no way you could do a nursing school online. There's no way you're going to have those clinical hours. We do clinicals, and we do have hands-on experiences and lab simulations. You will get to have that nursing school feel, you don't just get thrown into an online school and everything's virtual, right? You still get to have your scrubs, learn how to care for patients, have that patient interaction during clinicals. Another good thing about an online school, we don't have a group of people when we go to clinicals. It's you and you alone. So when you get paired up with your preceptor, it's one-on-one. And I have realized that I learn better with the one-on-one than I ever would being in a group of people, right? You get that one-on-one interaction. You get to do all of your skills with that patient. You get to ask the preceptor any questions you might have. You don't feel like you're put on the spot. You don't feel embarrassed if you do something wrong. It is very one-on-one, and I feel like you get more time to learn and to grow in your experiences than you would maybe in a regular program. Also, another good thing about WGU is you get to do your tests from home. And I know some people might think, oh my gosh, a test from home, how does that happen? Well, WGU does such a good job making sure that, you're not cheating, that you're taking this test honestly, right? And so you have a WGU camera that you'll get. You set up your station. They check underneath your area. They check underneath your bed, make sure there's nobody else in the room. They make sure you're, excuse the cows, I'm in the country, just FYI. They make sure that, that there's your phone is put away. And you get to do your test in the comfort of your home. You don't have to leave and go anywhere to do a test. Also, you can do a test early in the morning, late at night, or at like 2 o'clock in the morning if you wanted to. It's so flexible around the students' times, right? Another good thing, you get what's called a mentor when you go to WGU. And your mentor is just there to really help you and to make sure you're staying on top of your studies, you're staying on pace with the program, you're doing your assignments on time. They like to be there as your support person. My mentor has helped me through so much. She's been my rock. She's somebody who will kick my butt if I'm, behind and not doing what I'm supposed to be. And she's someone who will encourage me and congratulate me when I really need it. They also help you through when things happen, when bad things happen or a pregnancy happens. They try their best as they can to work around life occurrences. And some other good things about WGU would be they have these things called term breaks. So if something was to happen, you can always take a 3-month term break and get back into the program where you finished off. And their teachers are always available through email to help. And so those are a lot of the good things. And I could go on and on and on about the good aspects of WGU. But the main things I want you to walk away from is that they're understanding and they try to support their students, and that this program is very flexible around you. And it allows people who have families and jobs a chance at nursing school. So let's get into the bad. There are some bad aspects about this program, just like any other program. And if anybody says their program is perfect, they are very lying to you. WGU is notorious for liking to give clinical schedules late notice. They try their very best to get you your clinical schedule about 2 weeks in advance to a week before. But there have been multiple times where students have gotten their schedules a couple days before the window or even into the window. I know there was one time where I was a week into my clinical window before I got a schedule. Now, WGU says that's based off of the hospitals, that they have to go by what the hospitals, go by. So whenever the hospitals want to release the schedules, that's when they release it to them. So that could be one of the reasons why this happens, but it does happen, and they do expect you to be flexible, and they expect you to still attend. So that's one of the bad things. Another bad thing about WGU is sometimes their labs are very strict. They can get on to students for being late, get on to students for a lot of different reasons, but to me, I think a traditional regular program would be kind of the same way. Just make sure you have your uniform on, your badge, your white non-slip shoes. You always have your lab bag with you that has your lab stuff in it. And make sure you're on time. If you have to make sure you're there 30 minutes early and you're just sitting around until lab opens up, that's what you need to do. Because the teachers are kind of very strict about that. Also, you cannot fall asleep and look tired during lab. If you look like you are hungover or sleepy or just not looking appropriate, or even not looking professional, they will dismiss you. And you will lose those hours and you will have to make them up. So always be prepared and ready for lab at all times. And just make sure you're going by WGU's guidelines. And if you want to know what these guidelines are, they're in the WGU handbook. And you can actually find them right now on their website, even if you're not a student in this program. Another bad thing about WGU, like I mentioned earlier, you are on your own. You're by yourself. You're teaching yourself. Now, WGU has recently, and this is very recent, put things into motion to where now they're starting to get teachers to do live cohorts where you can go and learn about some of the topics you're going over. You can have notes. Some teachers give you PowerPoints now, but it hasn't always been like that, and there are still some adjustments that need to be made by WGU. You are still learning on your own, meaning you get into a class, they give you certain weeks, certain chapters and units you should be on. So you're reading all these chapters and these units. You're doing practice questions. And that's about it. You're taking your own notes. You're teaching yourself this information. And for some people who are getting into nursing or the healthcare field for the first time, this can be really hard for them. It was for me to learn how to teach myself this complicated information, learn how to teach myself how to answer all these NCLEX type questions and, just learn all this vast amount of material. Another bad thing is sometimes there are internet issues. And this might not be, WGU specific. This might be you too, but jumping into an online school, you have to be prepared for those technical issues, internet issues, not having Wi-Fi when storms come, or do this or do that. So always make sure you're preparing ahead of time. Don't take your test on the last day of the term. Always make sure that you're turning in things ahead of time because those technical issues can arise. And there's only so much we can do about it, right? It is an online school. Some other bad things would just be motivation and determination. You have to keep yourself motivated in this program, and it's hard, and you have tons of time to procrastinate. But as long as you keep your mind set on your goal, you will do fine. I love this program. I recommend this program to anybody. I don't think I could have pursued nursing without this program. This program has allowed me the flexibility to stay home and become a nurse. I only have to go to lab and clinicals every 3 months, and it's for like what, 1 to 2 weeks when I have to find sitters. So to me, I tell myself this is temporary. I tell myself I can do this, and I tell myself I only have to find sitters every now and then. So I did want to come on here and tell you the good and the bad, because in every program there are bad things too, right? But that's every program. But I do believe there's more good with WGU, that they have a lot of resources out there for us if you're willing to ask and willing to search. There are a lot of people willing to help you through this program. So I really hope this video opened your eyes and gave you a lot of informative, good and bad things before you make this final choice about this school. I want to be here to help people, and I want to really give raw, truthful information about this school and how my journey has been. And I do believe every program has its good and bads. It's just, are you willing to make that leap? Are you willing to set aside some of the things and actually try and strive and try to find a way to get it done? I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I have way more videos to come. I'm going to be dropping new videos every Saturday. And if you haven't already followed my Instagram, it's WGU_future_RN. Go follow it so that you can get updates on when I'm going to drop videos. I plan on doing more videos about certain subjects, explaining them, you know, traveling in this program, life with kids in this program, how I organize everything, clinicals, labs, third attempts, remediation, just so much more information to come. So if you like my content and you like this video and you want to hear more, go follow me and like and subscribe and leave me comments down below. I love answering questions and being there for others, and I really want to give you all the information that you have and that you want. All right. Well, thank you for watching this video. Bye.